She's blind, in a coma, possibly brain dead. And she's the most talked about character on the internet right now. 2 billion views, trending #1, Emmy nominations, a song that hit the charts after 37 years. All because of her, Max Mayfield. So what makes a side character become a phenomenon? Let me show you. October 1984. A new girl rolls into Hawkins Middle School, red hair, attitude for days, and a name that sounds like a warning. Mad Max. She destroys the boys' high scores without breaking a sweat. Dustin and Lucas are obsessed. Mike sees her as a threat. But here's what none of them see. The girl behind the mask. Because Max Mayfield isn't confidence. Max is survival. Her stepbrother Billy controls everything. Where she goes, who she talks to, what time she comes home. And if she steps out of line, she knows exactly what happens. Her stepdad Neil, a violent monster who rules through fear. Her mom, checked out, drinking, pretending the abuse isn't happening, pretending her daughter isn't drowning. So Max built armor, the skateboard, the attitude, the walls. Mad Max wasn't who she was. It was who she had to become. Because showing weakness in that house, that meant pain. Every day was a performance. Be tough, be loud. Don't let anyone see you're terrified. Don't let anyone know that last night your stepdad threw a plate at the wall. Don't let anyone know your brother threatened to run your friends over with his car. So when Lucas tries to get close, Max pushes him away. When Dustin asks about her fate, she changes the subject. When Mike calls her out, she gets defensive. Not because she doesn't want friends, but because friends ask questions. Friends want to know the real you, and the real Max. She's buried so deep, even Max isn't sure she exists anymore. Then everything changes. The upside down, Demogorgons, a girl with superpowers. Suddenly Max's problems don't seem so impossible anymore. Because these kids, they're not performing. Steve is actually brave. Dustin is actually loyal. Lucas actually cares about her. Not Mad Max. Her. And for the first time in years, Max lets the mask slip. When Billy attacks Steve, Max doesn't freeze. She doesn't run. She grabs a syringe, stabs her abuser in the neck, and takes control. Then she gets behind the wheel and drives her friends to safety. This 13-year-old girl who's spent her whole life being controlled, she's in the driver's seat now, literally. The snowball. Max shows up in a dress. No skateboard, no armor. Just a scared girl hoping someone still wants to dance with her. And Lucas does. Look at her face. That's not Mad Max. That's not the performance. That's Max Mayfield. The girl who wanted to be seen. The girl who was ready to be vulnerable. The girl who finally believed she deserved something good. She found her people. She found her place. For the first time since we met her, Max isn't just surviving. She's living. But the universe wasn't done with Max Mayfield. Not even close. Summer 1985. 8 months after the snowball, and Max Mayfield is thriving. She has a boyfriend who treats her right. She has a best friend who gets her. She's not Mad Max anymore. She's just Max, and she's happy. That mall scene, that's not just cute, that's healing. Max spent years raising herself, protecting herself, surviving herself. Now she gets to be a normal teenage girl. Shopping, gossiping, teaching her friend how to dump a boy who's being annoying. Look at her face. She's glowing. The walls are down. The armor is off. She's not performing anymore. Even when Billy starts acting weird, Max isn't alone this time. She has backup. She has people who believe her, people who will fight with her, not just watch her fight alone. Max Mayfield is finally getting the life she always deserved. And then, the Mind Flayer rips it away. Billy isn't Billy anymore. He's a puppet, a weapon. And Max has to watch her brother. The same brother who terrorized her, who controlled her, who made her life hell, turn into an actual monster. In the sauna, for just a moment, Billy breaks through. And he's scared. He's crying. He's begging Max to help him. And Max, she wants to. Despite everything he did to her, she wants to save him. Because he's still her brother. But at Star Court, when the Mind Flayer comes, Billy is too far gone. Until he isn't. In his final moment, Billy Hargrove does the one thing no one expected. He fights back. He protects the kids. He protects Eleven. He protects Max. And Max has to watch him die. She holds him. She tells him she's sorry. She tells him she loves him. And Billy, the abuser, the monster, the broken boy, smiles. Because for the first time in his entire life, someone told him they loved him. And then he's gone. Max Mayfield, part of her is relieved he's dead. Billy's funeral. Max stands there like a statue. No tears. No emotion. Just nothing. Because how do you mourn someone who hurt you? How do you grieve an abuser? How do you miss someone you were scared of? You can't. So you shut down. You go numb. You convince yourself you're fine. Except Max isn't fine. 6 months later, March 1986, and Max Mayfield is drowning. She broke up with Lucas. She's avoiding Dustin and Mike. She barely talks to anyone anymore. Because every time she closes her eyes, she sees Billy dying. And every time someone asks if she's okay, she has to lie. Even her therapist can't reach her. Because how do you tell someone that you're glad your abuser is dead? How do you admit that you feel guilty for feeling relieved? So Max starts writing letters, goodbye letters, to her mom, to her friends, to everyone she's about to leave behind. Because somewhere in the last 6 months, Max Mayfield decided something. The world would be better off without her. And that's when Vecna smells her. Because Vecna doesn't just hunt people. He hunts guilt. He hunts trauma. He hunts people who think they deserve to die. And Max Mayfield, she's drowning in all three. The curse has begun, and Max has less than 24 hours to live. Episode 4, the episode that changed everything. The gang has a plan. Music. Victor Creel survived Vecna because of music. If they can get Max to her favorite song, maybe they can save her. Max goes to Billy's grave to read her letter. One last goodbye. Lucas has her Walkman ready. The cassette is loaded. They just need her to hear it. But Vecna doesn't wait for plans. He takes her. Right there. Right in front of them. And Max is gone. Inside Vecna's mind, Max is trapped. Surrounded by every fear, every regret, every moment of pain she's been carrying. And Vecna, he's not just killing her, he's convincing her she deserves it. He shows her Billy dying again. He shows her pushing her friends away. He shows her every reason she's been writing those goodbye letters. And Max believes him, because she's been believing it for 6 months. The guilt, the shame, the certainty that everyone would be better off without her. Vecna reaches for her. This is it. Max Mayfield is about to die. But Lucas hasn't given up. His hands are shaking. His best friend is dying in front of him. But he remembers her favorite song, the one she plays on repeat, the one that's been keeping her alive. Running up that hill, Kate Bush. And through the darkness, through the terror, through Vecna's voice telling her she's worthless, she hears it, her song. And suddenly, Max isn't seeing guilt anymore. She's seeing love. Every smile, every laugh, every moment her friends showed her she mattered. And something inside Max Mayfield ignites. She runs. Every beat is a step. Every lyric is a memory. Every second, is Max choosing life over death. Not because the pain is gone, not because she's suddenly healed, but because her friends are fighting for her, and she's going to fight too. Vecna is chasing her. The world is collapsing, but Max doesn't stop. She sees light ahead, a portal, Lucas's hand reaching through. And she jumps. Her hand finds his. Reality snaps back, and Max is flying, literally levitating in the air above Billy's grave. She drops. Lucas catches her, her eyes open. And the first thing she says? "I'm still here." Max Mayfield just beat death, and she did it by choosing to live. That scene didn't just save Max, it broke the entire internet. Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill, a song from 1985, hit #1 on global charts. After 37 years, it became the longest gap between release and chart-topping in history. Sadie Sink got Emmy buzz. Critics called it one of the best scenes in television history. TikTok exploded with reactions. Millions of people crying, sharing their own stories of depression, of survival, of fighting to stay alive. This scene saved my life. I was in that dark place. Max gave me hope. I finally understood what my friend was going through. That scene became more than entertainment. It became therapy. It became hope. But the show wasn't done with Max. 2 episodes later, in the season finale, Vecna gets her again. And this time, he destroys her. Her legs snap, her arms shatter. He takes her eyes. Lucas watches her die in his arms. "I'm not ready to die." That's what she says. After 6 months of wanting to die, she's not ready. 11 brings her back. Her heart, because Max isn't a superhero. She doesn't have powers. She can't move things with her mind. But she survived an abusive home. She survived the mind flare. She survived losing everyone. She survived Vecna. Twice. She's the hero we need, because she's the hero we can be. She proves that strength isn't about superpowers. It's about getting back up. It's about fighting even when every part of you wants to quit. Season 5 is coming, the final season, and Max is still in that hospital bed. The question everyone's asking, will she wake up? And if she does, what will be left? But here's what I believe. Max Mayfield didn't survive all of that just to quit. She's a fighter. She chose life once. She'll choose it again. Because Max Mayfield isn't just a character. She's a survivor. And survivors don't stay down. Call to action, 14:15 to 14:30. Comment Max if you believe she's waking up in Season 5. Smash subscribe, because we're breaking down every Season 5 theory as they drop. And if you haven't watched our Will Byers video, check it out. Because Will and Max's stories, they're more connected than you think. And if you're in that dark place Max was in, if you're writing your own goodbye letters, please reach out. Text 988 for the Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Your song is out there. Your people are waiting. Keep running. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Subscribe for more stories like this. And watch Will Byers, Hero to Zero.